How this works.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Live and in charge. Feels like I was just on YouTube. Seriously, it feels like I was
an hour
just
ago.
there.
I was doing double duty last night. I was in the man cave with Doom, and
Yeah, I caught a bit of that actually.
then the Bizarro channel.
I saw you guys were showing like odd album covers or something like that.
Yeah, we were doing the theme was we were like showing a band like kind of it was more supposed to be like more just plain like publicity style photos on the covers, but it branched out. But
yeah, there were some really odd ones.
Photos, yeah. And I didn't have too many odd ones, but I knew Carino and those guys would have. So.
Hello, everybody. We're live and in charge. So, welcome to Sunday. It is Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, back to work tomorrow.
Hola, Patricio. ¿Qué tal, Eduardo? ¿Cómo
Eddie
estás?
Perez. What's up, brother? AZ Mick, Ed.
Hello,
Power
people.
of the Force stopped you, you hosers. There you go.
What's
I think everyone knows what movie that's from. So.
Yes.
That is that Strange Brew?
Yes.
Ah, see?
Well, I don't care if Eddie Trunks is spaz. He's not here, Malia. So he's not here. We're just going to do something.
I like Eddie Trunk, man. This guy's passionate. He knows a lot of stuff.
And he keeps rocking in the forefront. So.
I wish I had his career.
Yeah, no kidding. So I got to say, I got something today, and I just give me a second. I'm going to show you what I got. Give me one second, okay?
Oh,
can it be treated by medicine?
Yeah. Stop scratching. Don't scratch it.
Did you hook up with the brown-eyed girl and get something else?
No! Here we go.
People who have gone to auctions that I've been involved with will get the gist of this. So. My new God hat.
There you go.
There you
go.
Boy,
that's not gonna ruffle some feathers. Yeah.
Wow.
Because if you watch the auctions that I did with Anthony, the thing was always that I had the final say on all the auction bids, and so I was always saying that I'm God for the thing. So he got me this hat and sent it to me. So I have my official God hat. It's going to be used for auctions and after I sleep with.
There you go. Couldn't resist.
There you go.
Hey everybody. So we're gonna try something new today. So I put it in the chat suggestion. It's just like it's our homage to that metal show, which I used to love, by the way. I love watching.
Me too. I try to catch it all the time. I was so upset when it went off.
Yeah, they used to have the thing called the Throwdown, where they would each have a subject, and they pick 5 of whatever. And then they would decide, they would talk about it, and the audience would talk about it. So we're going to, from our picks of 5, we're going to decide which 5 belong in the top 5. Then we're going to rank the top 5, and you guys are going to help us rank the top 5. We're all going to talk about it, yell about it, bitch about it, and kind of what we do with music and how I see that with my friends all the time. We bitch about this album's better, that album's better, that album sucks. So this one's not going to be as probably contentious as others because. As you'll see, we match a lot, but this one's going to be about the best live albums that we think are the best live albums. But yeah, we'll do that here in a little bit, maybe about the top of the hour in about 20 minutes or so. But that's the plan. Just to try something different, see if people dig it. If they don't, then we don't have to do it anymore. But whatever, just give it a shot. Just always trying to make things better for you, good people.
Yes, I mean. Me and Vance being here is already good enough, but we have to make it even just a little bit better.
I mean, it can't all be about hiding the salami and brown-eyed girls. It can't always be about that, people. It can't always be about that.
Isn't that great, Vance?
If y'all want to talk about auction stuff,
legends,
we can. I have auction stuff I'm going to get together. I have like giveaway stuff. I gave away a bunch of records at Rachel's yesterday, and so then I sold.
I saw a bit of that too.
Yeah,
I always miss that stuff.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it ironic that we missed that?
Yeah. Are you still bidding, Nick? Yeah, I think you're late.
Nick's still on the whole stream. $12.
12. What's going on?
I put in my bid. Damn it! I already have your stuff in a box, Nick. We're already ready to go. So, a very big box. So, All right. Well, I guess I could play a tune or two. So let's start this thing off. Where's the?
I got the list right in front of me.
Come on. What happened? Oh, there it is. I have the client now on a new computer, so it's still kind of Yeah, Nick would start bidding before I even started talking about what the opening bid was, and Nick would just go $3 every time. Which was cool because other people would bid too, so he started it off. He got it kicking, And I was like, oh yeah.
Needs a little bit more volume, Patrick.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't really tell.
That's better. Feel free to chime in if it's loud enough, guys. I think it's better now, but I don't know how it is for you guys out there.
Yeah. So like I said, I have the client on another thing.
Actually, I listened to Firepower today for the first time in a long time. What a
It's
great
a good
album!
record. I liked it.
I love it.
Man. I haven't pulled it on in a little while, but yeah, I was playing the heck out of it when I got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I really like it.
Cable for a couple of weeks in rotation.
It's gonna stick in my car there for a little while, I think.
Alex, you would only like my list. Only my list would even
That's a terrible
barely
list.
appease
Look
you.
at that.
No.
Horrendous list.
Grateful Dead live set 72. Frampton Comes Alive. Waiting for
That's
Columbus.
not
Last
even-
Waltz.
How could that be the top? Okay,
That's-
well,
I
it's
would-
everybody's
If
personal.
I was gonna pick a Grateful Dead, it's either that first live or Europe '72.
I've got no problem with Frampton. I almost put Frampton on there. I got no problem with the Bob Marley live. I almost put that on there too. I have one of them on my list, so yeah.
The Last Waltz I could see, but I mean even that is like really that's top
Not
five.
top five. Yeah. There's so.
Yeah, Last Waltz isn't. I like the Last Waltz, but
none of those would have cracked them once I picked.
I would have put in Live Rust ahead of most of those too. Live Rust would have definitely made
Live
my
Rust?
list.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
hard
really
enough
young.
to do this.
I'm curious to see this list because if any of you don't have Iron Maiden's Live After Death on your list, then you need to be kicked off the stream immediately.
Uh-oh.
Some things are not meant to be.
I guess we're gonna fight.
There was no consensus across the board on any of them. Nobody had all three. All three of us did not pick the same. Not one of them got all three votes.
I would have been surprised if we actually had all three. If we picked one like that.
Well, you just said you'd be surprised if not everyone picked Live After Death.
Well, in a perfect world, everybody should pick that. That is probably one of the greatest live albums ever. Put the vinyl or CD or tape or whatever.
I mean, my picks weren't in order. I didn't rank them. I just put.
Oh, you have to rank it, dude.
Dodo.
Send me your list ranked, and I'll change it.
Well, okay. Let me see.
No, you have to do that.
Don't show them.
I might have ranked it, but I guess I wasn't thinking. Let me double check.
Send me an email and rank it.
Yeah,
I find
let me double check what I
about
said.
Vance. Vance has such a hard time ranking stuff.
I do, because I just love everything.
Because he thinks people are going to come after him or something.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just like I'm like, yeah, but I like that
I almost
song,
put
but
Thin Lizzy
love
Live and
that.
Dangerous. I got
See,
no
this is
problem with
better.
any of these, Jordan. I got no
This is
problem with any of
better.
these. Yeah. Hey, if you guys want to put in your rankings here, that's fine too. That'd be cool. That's great. So we encourage you guys to participate. So, yeah.
I'm just not sure about that double live bozo or whatever that the last one was. Oh, the Gonzo,
Gonzo.
sorry.
No, I'm fine
Yeah,
with what I say. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hang on. I mean, I'd only switch maybe 2-1, but that's all. That's fine. Yeah, it's kind of tough for me. Especially in favorite bands.
I mean, look,
So even Maiden, it'd be hard for me to go. Well, maybe not. You get that Blaze years, and those would definitely not up at the top. But some bands where I just love everything, it's like, man,
But there
I'd be
must-
sitting there for a half hour or an hour trying to figure out one position, and then I'll go back. No, but then there's this song.
But
that
you know
I
what,
like more.
Vance? I find it hard to believe that a person who loves Zeppelin as much as you do couldn't say to somebody, you know what, I like Zeppelin 2 the best, and then I like Presence next,
But it changes because right now I would say Presence you know. But then, yeah, it would change. That's why I can't.
Okay, that's fine.
about it.
That's fine that it changes. This
I
is
can
not
rattle,
doesn't
yeah,
have to
I
be in
can rattle
stone.
it off. I would rattle it off, but it's not really like a solid like.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in stone. I mean, maybe
I've
mine
done
list
that.
might.
People are like, well, what are your favorite? Okay, well, right now I'm listening to Presidents a lot, and then you
Yeah.
know, Coda, and you know, it's just what I'm listening.
Believe
to.
me, if that makes it easier for you, then that's the way to do it. Because you know,
I guess that's
I
the
don't
way I
think,
need to think about it because
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, oh, this is in stone right now. Since there's like
No.
nothing new, like especially a band that there's nothing new gonna come out. So it's these are the albums that you got, you know.
Yeah.
Now if
Yeah,
you
I
had like
understand.
a newer band where they're gonna release something, now where does that fit into everything? That would change.
Yeah. I understand. I
So
mean, for me,
Two Bar says the Motorhead, Neil Young, Arc 4. What is Arc 4? I don't get that
Kiss
one.
Alive 2, you
It's
skipped
Arc-
over.
Oh, Neil Young Archives. Got it. Kiss Alive 2. Ramones, It's Alive. Dead Moon, Live Evil.
Neil
Motorhead, number 1. Interesting.
The Neil Young
Wow.
Arc, the live album came out like in the late or in the 90s, was it? Arc.
Yeah, like for me, the only thing that I think would be in stone for me is my number 1, and that's it. You know. Other than that, they could change from week to week to day to day or whatever.
Like I said, this subject, I mean, like we started getting into like top 5 like Black Sabbath songs or Black Sabbath albums, I imagine that's going to be a bloodbath. Something like top 5 Rush albums. That would
Yes.
be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
Top 5 Led Zeppelin songs.
he'll be crying, Vance. He'll like, I can't. Do
No,
it.
it's just I'd be like, no, wait, let me change that.
I'll have to pose the question on Monday so Vance can have all week to figure out his top 5.
I can't do like a couple hours. They're gonna do it. I don't know. Like you said, I just do it off the cut. Like it's not written in stone. But
So what is the name of that? Is it AAC? That's the actual name of the record? Is that really the
Neil
name of the
Young?
record? Arc?
no,
I've never
it's
heard.
Arc.
I've
Yeah,
never
it's
even
Arc.
heard of that.
It was Arc, and then he did like a second album was a lot of just like feedback kind of stuff. But yeah, Arc was like a.
What is this, like 80s era? Like
I want to say it was like maybe early 90s, mid 90s, somewhere around that.
it doesn't seem like a very popular era for
No,
him.
it just it's.
Interesting list. Thin Lizzy number 1. Live at Lee's after that.
It was
Monterey Pop.
When he had the albums, I think it was just he had the albums
Hey,
that
CSR.
were squiggly kind of writing in
Yeah.
white and stuff. So was it like the unplugged writing on that? Maybe it was just around that time. I can't remember.
Yeah, I almost put in the Allman Brothers Fillmore East. There was the last one for me was very hard, very very hard. That 5th slot was difficult.
Yeah, my fifth is more nostalgia on that. I mean, it's just.
I'd never even heard of that record, honestly, Klatubar. I really haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
neither,
Weld
neither do I.
was the Weld was I think the second, or maybe now you got me confused. Was Weld the first live and then Arc was the feedback kind of one? But there was like a partner there.
So Vance, I was impressed with your selection of record store day stuff. You must have went through your credit card must have got hit hard with that. 'Cause there were some pretty pricey things on that there.
It was a bit warm, but yeah.
What did you pick up, man? I didn't find anything on that stuff. You got the Pearl Jam, I imagine.
Yeah, I got
Ramones,
the Pearl Jam. No, I didn't get
Ramones, the Nuggets.
I got the Nuggets. I didn't do Ramones. I was looking at it, and it was like demos, and I was like,
I was impressed that he got the Van Halen.
yeah, I got that. Van
Like
Halen.
that's like
Those
over
were the-
$100 right there.
No, that was just $100.
What was the Van Halen? Was it Live Without a Net? Was that what that was?
Okay, I keep,
no, it was
no,
right here, right now.
right here, right now. Sammy stuff.
Oh.
But that's
Also,
the thing.
Live Without a Net,
That was
Sandy
just
stuff
That
too.
was just 100.
Well, I'm thinking in Canadian dollars.
Oh, okay, yeah. So 400, or it was 4 LPs, and I don't know if they might redo it, but they're definitely going to do it again.
How come that didn't make your list?
You know what's funny?
I never
Vance?
had it, so
How come that
Over
didn't
here-
make your
I get a
top
little
5 live
shame.
albums?
I did
Over
get a little
here-
shamed on Mankind Came from Doom from Lazarus, but
The thing is, over here, in multiple stores, that album was impossible to find. A lot of stores didn't even have it. And when they did, it sold out immediately. The Van Halen.
Yeah, this went out.
Why would Lazarus give you shit? He liked this.
No, but he was like, I have it on CD. He just said he felt like he would only listen to it once, and he might be right. So.
Well, a lot of people are.
And he
arguing...
wasn't dissing it. He just was like he was really selective in his buying. So.
Well, yeah. Well, people are also saying too that because it's a first time release, a lot of people are saying that give it 6 months and they'll re-release it again on black vinyl. So I wouldn't drop so much money on it now, right?
But it's 4 LPs, so 25 an LP. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would have got it. I would have had the money for it.
So it was those 3 deals: the Nuggets, the Pearl Jam, the Van Halen, and then there's a couple extras that I picked up some like jazz things.
Really, you got jazz stuff, dude?
Whoa.
I did. Well, it's
That's
kind of
disappointing.
a fusion. I got a fusion. I like this Larry Cornell guy, Coriel or whatever.
Oh, that Coriel was on Albus. Yeah, I had that record. I had the original.
Well, that's fusion more than jazz.
Yeah, so I got that. And I got some blues record and stuff.
And I saw that
Did you buy the Pearl Jam Yield things?
Oh yeah, of course. Great.
And you bought the Yes too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I got. I got the Yes live Knoxville.
So this is a live show from Australia, 1998. It was supposed to come out, and they scrapped it. Yeah. I had to get it.
Yeah, I'm glad though I got the Yes.
This Nuggets box is great, and I never had any of the CDs or whatever before. So
I went back to the record store to pick up the Belladonnas, and there were 4 Belladonnas at the store, and I went there in the afternoon. There was none when I went back. They had like 4 of those Pearl Jams too. I should have picked them all up, but.
That Nuggets for 100 for 5 LPs, and it's just packed with, it costs you a fortune to find some of these stuff. And I have a couple that are like Dirty Water from the Standells. I have that 45.
Love that Dirty Water.
Hey,
It's
interesting
that song, so it's nice to have a nice clean copy, and it's just all psych and great. It's a great comp. The comps are fun to put on.
You know what's interesting too? A lot of people were saying on their RSD videos that the Eric Carr one, everybody's having a bitch of a time finding it. It's sold out. But here in Canada, they were all over the place.
I put it in. I had it on my list, but my store only got 1 copy.
Yeah, I want to say that. So hold on a second. So this is totally not music related, but I did get a response from Randy Deadwax66 today. He's okay. So wanted to relay that he's okay. Just kind of stepping away from YouTube for some family stuff. So
that's good.
Just wanted to let people know that he's all right.
All right. I hope his wife's all right too. Well, that's good to at least get heard from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of sucks when people disappear and you have no idea what the hell happened.
Well, I mean, we knew about his wife had some issues going on.
Well, yeah.
And then I remember the last time I think he was on, he messed up his back or tore something on his, I don't know, something at work happened, so I wasn't sure.
I didn't even look. I don't know how much. I have no idea what those things were going for.
I didn't even see the Stevie Nicks. That wasn't of interest.
But there was like 4. Well, I mean, Chance was saying how they ran out, and I say, shit, I could have I saw 4 of them at that one store. So
yeah.
So apparently there was a few stores that had people lining up like the day before at 7:30 in the morning, like overnight, like people staying overnight, and a lot of it is because of that. What's her name there?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
they printed like 75,000 copies.
Yeah, people were lining up. There was like lineups around whole buildings and stuff.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
There was a kid behind me who wanted. Then a family of like 5 came up. They were all going to get a copy. I'm like, geez, each person, mom and dad, and the 3 kids, each going to get their own. I figured they're going to.
Well, I mean, concert buddy Chance, he said he camped out all night for that Randy Macho Man Savage record. I was
that's another
hardcore.
hard one.
That's hardcore, dude. Just camp out for a Macho Man Randy Savage record.
Yeah,
that's dedication, dude.
They predicted that would be a hard one to find.
I got there at 7:20,
be a hard one to want.
And I was 23 in line in my store, and I don't know, maybe whoever was, I should have asked the guy who was in front what time he got there, but I was there 7:20, number 23, so I got everything that I put on the list. And I like what they do. There's no pushing or shoving. They let you write it down. They'll pull it for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. And then you go in and cash out or whatever. You can shop around.
Yeah, I've never done a camp out, and I'm sorry, I would never
I'll
do
get
it.
there early, man.
Yeah, I would never camp out.
I used to camp out for concert tickets.
Yeah, I'm not camping out
It
for
was a
records.
different era, and that was not. There was no internet and all that. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you had a shot at getting the front row if you camped out, as opposed to nowadays.
You know,
you're like,
at least
fuck.
if you're in the first 10, you got some good seats.
Yeah.
And you used to do it by phone, and that was like what the computer is now. You just didn't know what the hell you were gonna get, so you always wanted to. We'd camp out. We'd get there like at 10 or something at night, and be there all morning.
Why would you get there at 8:30 in the morning the day before for a Macho Man Randy
You know
Savage
why?
record?
You know why? Because it's so stupid and so like unlistenable that it's such a collectible item now. That it is that like such a niche thing now. People want it. It's like almost like a cool thing to have in your.
Too.
Well, it's also it's people say because it's not they didn't press so much of it either. That it suddenly became this big like to have item for some reason. Believe me, I would care less to ever get that, but you know,
I was a huge wrestling fan in that era, but I would never ever.
yeah, same here.
I mean, there's a line.
I knew some of the big guys, but I never watched it. I never watched the whole the show.
I mean, I have a wrestling CD box set of older albums, but I mean, I would never go now and line up overnight for a Macho Man thing. I mean, come on. But hey, if it's what he wants.
Ooh, that sucks, man. I know what you're talking about too, Alex. Yeah. The topic. We'll debut the topic here in just. Well, the topic's in the description of the video, but yeah. Then we'll. It's coming up in about 5 minutes. So.
AMZ.
Yeah. That's 200. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I get it. I get people that. Yeah. Okay. I understand liking something, but I just don't see it. It's just.
Well,
not
avoiding staying out from 8:30 the night before, I paid it $200. Like,
Ooh yeah.
Coming to Slim Jim.
Dig it.
Leaping Lanny Poffo. Yeah. Another one for the bad guy. Yeah, there you go. I'd rather get Razor Ramon than Macho Man Randy Savage.
I think he did something Razor Ramon, I think, too. All those guys had something, on record. Hogan had the, Real American and all that, right? Yeah, it was interesting that you sold this album on your auction. That was in fact a third pressing, if my memory serves me correctly, because there's two pressings on the Blue Bogart, and then when it gets to that label, it's the third. But then when it gets to the Casablanca Filmworks, that's the fourth pressing. Yeah, so
I don't know. It was Columbia, Santa Maria, and Alan Zentz. So that was the important thing.
Yeah. The Robert Ludwig were the early pressings, the Blue Bogart ones.
Yeah, I don't have the blue. This is the.
I have a couple of blue. I have like 19 copies of that album.
Yeah, this is the record film work.
Yeah.
I don't have. I see. I got into it later, so I got this press.
That would be 77 and later.
Yeah, that's 77 exactly when I got it. So.
Yeah.
It was new then, but it wasn't the blue. I don't have any. I don't think I have any of the ones for the blue label.
I'll have to hook you up.
They're all. Cause I got them all around. Once I got this, and I started.
I got a ton of them. Plus, like I said, I got 19 copies of that album.
Well, we're making good a chance for getting Randy Savage. You've got 19 copies of this alive.
Oh yeah, and I had at one point I had over 22 copies of Unmasked.
I thought I was bad because I have like 8 copies of Aqualung.
Well, that is Hobbit rock, so.
Yeah. I'm into Hobbit rock.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't get too hardcore on it on the auction. I just made one comment and left it.
Yeah.
This is such a great album. The one that you sold, Patrick, the Alive, did it have the original Casablanca inner sleeves?
No, it was missing everything. So.
Okay.
Except the music.
Yeah. Well, the book was hard to find.
About that many fragments.
Yeah, I got that much too. Actually, I have 9 copies of Fragile. The one that just came out now, the Rhino one, was my 9. Dude, multiple copies? I don't know. Depends on the band. I have tons of Kiss multiples, and same with Genesis, and tons of multiples of like King Crimson and stuff like that.
Bowie.
Bowie, yes, tons of that. Yeah.
Hey, VU meters. All right, it's that time. We're gonna try.
Right.
We're gonna see how this goes here. All right. So here we have it. Where's the banner? The Throwdown tonight is top 5 live albums. So what happened is earlier today, Mark, Vance, and myself put together our top 5 live albums from 1 to 5. I'm going to show them on a spreadsheet, and we're going to decide which 5 go into the top 5, and then we're going to rank them 1 through 5. You guys weigh in. We're all going to weigh in, talk about it. So let's see if I can get this done correctly. Present.
All right.
Share screen.
Shadow, calm down, buddy.
Let me get this on a Chrome tab. Hang on. Throw down. Copy. There we go. Okay. StreamYard. Share. Present. Share screen. Chrome tab. Throw down. There we go. Share.
I see
Right.
another.
Add to stream, and let's make this big. Can I make this any bigger? I think that's as big as I can make it here. Let's see what happens if I do this. That's just me. Does that make anything bigger for everybody, or is that just for me?
No, it's the same.
It didn't move. Yeah.
Oh,
Now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
All right, well, hold on. Still working through the kinks here, people. Share. Okay. Share screen. Add to stream. Well, maybe if I take us off.
That's better.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
All right.
So here is our lists. Mark, you want to start off and just briefly describe your list, not pontificate here.
All right. So my number 1, like I said, is always going to be my number 1 of all time. Rush, All the World's a Stage. In my opinion, the greatest live album ever, period, end of story. Number 2, Kiss Alive 1. I mean, if Rush wasn't around, Alive would probably be my favorite live album of all time. I know half of it's done in a studio or more than half, but still, it's a great album. Number 3, Iron Maiden, Live After Death, probably the greatest live metal album of all time. You can argue with me all night about that one. Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East, another fantastic album. That one was another example of all music done live, and Rob Halford overdubbed himself after because his voice was fucked up, but it's still a great album. And of course, there had to be 2 Rush things on my list because Rush are the greatest band ever. And Exit Stage Left is a fantastic album, not as good as All the World a Stage, but nearly as good.
See, I refrained from doing two from the same band because I was going to put a different Zeppelin one too up there. But.
Your time will come, Vance. I'm next. So we're going alphabetical.
Oh no,
order.
I was just commenting on Mark. That's it.
Okay, so for me, number 5, I'm going to go from 5 to 1. Number 5, I have Cheap Trick Live at Budokan, just because it was a period piece for me, and it's one of those albums where the live versions are generally way better than the studio versions, which to me is the mark of a really great live album. So that's not my number 5. Number 4 is Rush All the World's a Stage because, well, it's Rush All the World's a Stage. It's raw. It's not as polished as Exit Stage Left or Show of Hands. To me, that's how they sounded and when I saw them the first time. Number 3 is Judas Priest Unleashed in the East. I mean, come on. I mean, that was a tour de force again, once where the songs are better live than they are in the studio. For me, number 2, to me it's 1A, 1B. Little Feat Waiting for Columbus. I'm surprised none of you people, the other two guys, didn't have this album on there because that's so wrong. This album belongs on everybody's list.
It would have been in the top 10. I don't know about 5, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, that's probably my second favorite, along with UFO Strangers of the Night, which to no surprise to anybody is my number 1. So Vance, take it away.
All right. Well, I went with REO Speedwagons for number 5. You Get What You Play For live. Now, this is just good old Midwest rock and roll live album. Before the ballads, before Tuna Fish, before, Roll With the Changes. Just good. You heard Golden Country earlier. Just good old Midwest rock and roll. And I just always loved that album. Kiss Alive. This is, the first album I ever bought. So there's a little nostalgia there. But it was Kiss and the first band I got hardcore into. And I play this song now. I still know all the words and everything to this. So definitely that was going to be in there somewhere. This could switch with the second choice, but obviously Iron Maiden's Live After Death, it had to be in there. Fantastic. I love the band. Great live album. The energy, Dickinson, just scream for me, Long Beach, man. Excellent. UFO Strangers of the Night, one of the, outside is probably one of the top live albums that I love, especially, and that's kind of went over Maiden lately because I've been listening to some UFO, but just solid. Lights Out in Chicago. There's a little hometown feel to it, so I loved it. And then obviously I went with this one. I was thinking about How the West Was Won, but I went with The Song Remains the Same, basically because this was the album that really kind of made me fall in love with the band. I went over to a buddy's house and he's playing Dazed and Confused, and I was just like, this. I love the live stuff, and I've been a big fan of live albums, so I had to go with Song Remains the Same for number 1.
So why not How the West Was Won? Just saying. Why not?
I think because it came out later, and this one just had the nostalgia and the years on it for me. But yeah. How is more of a complete show. I could have, if you wanted with the box set when they added more songs to it, but it was just.
It's not a contest, Nick.
Yeah, it's what I knew and what I grew up with. So. Okay,
so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take these, and I'm going to make another column here called the final list.
The final list.
Okay.
The final.
So here's how it's going to work. So we have 2 people did UFO Strangers in the Night. So that's going here. Yeah. So we'll start. So UFO fair. Strangers in the Night.
UFO.
Okay. So we had 2 All the World's a Stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we had 2 Iron Maiden Live After Death. We had 2 Kiss Alive. And we had 2 Judas Priest Unleashed in the East.
Oh, well.
So there's really the only thing we have to debate about, because these, if we have 2 people matching, they get to go in. The only thing to debate about now is how do they rank for between 1 to 5. So this is where you people in the Peanut Gallery can put in your 2 cents. And I'm going to make the case that UFO Strangers in the Night deserves to be number 1 because it was my number 1 and Vance's number 2.
No way.
Yes.
No
if we go by yes. That I'm saying that's my vote for that. So what do you propose? Do you think All the World's a Stage deserves to be number 1?
No. See, you would think I would say that, but I think overall, I think a lot of people in the gallery might even agree with this, that I think overall, as far as impact in music in general, I think Alive should be the one that's number 1 on this list.
We're not talking about impact. We're talking about, your favorite the best live album of all time.
Well,
so I'm going by how we voted. In your vote, you said Rush All the World's a Stage.
Yeah.
I said that Rush was number 4. It was my 4th favorite.
Okay, well.
So
I could put UFO up top. Or number 1.
Thank you.
Then I agree. Because obviously, like I said,
Mark's going to claim he has internet problems now.
That was that was number 2 for me, and
honestly, for me, UFO, you got to understand, UFO for me is something that I just got into more recently, and to me, I like the stuff that I've heard, but to me, it just doesn't hold any water compared to the stuff that I put in the top 2 at least.
This is why we have to decide which is the best. So this is exactly why we do these things.
Like that's the thing.
If when I think of UFO number 1, well, okay, let's we can like they did on the show, we can go back and we'll rearrange things. But
yeah, we can rearrange them. Yes. So Kissing is getting a lot of love in the Peanut Gallery. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I think more people probably had that as an impactful record to them than UFO. I'm sorry to say,
No, Mark isn't lagging, but I think you just bid on something from 3 hours ago, Nick. But it's okay. So go ahead. So I mean, all right. So let's not put number. Let's start at number 5. How's that? Let's put something at number 5.
Okay.
And see if we can actually get to a consensus. So
I hate to say it, but put Priest at 5.
Priest at 5, really?
That's what I think. Well, compared to the other ones in there.
Well, you didn't even put Priest on your list.
I know, but I'm just saying, if this is what I'm working with. Otherwise, I'd tell you, where's Led Zeppelin?
I would put Live After Death as my 5th. I mean, that would be my 5th. It would be Live After Death. That would be my. That's where I would put Iron Maiden.
No, I would.
No, I would disagree. I would
put.
I would put Priest at the bottom over Maiden for sure.
Okay, we'll put Priest at the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we have UFO is back on the list. All right, so number 4. This is temporary. I'm just putting it there just for as a placeholder. Don't worry.
I would keep All the World's a Stage there. That's my choice.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, over the other 3.
Again, I would put Iron Maiden Live After Death at 4 because I wanted it at 5.
I would take Maiden over Rush.
I don't know. I would definitely put Rush over Maiden. As much as I love Maiden.
Yeah, but no.
Okay, Mark votes 4 and I vote 4. It's going there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, so now we put Rush All the World's a Stage at 3, and then it's a battle between Kiss Alive and Kiss Alive and Strangers in the Night.
I think so. What do you think, Vance?
So you're saying UFO, Kiss, Rush, Maiden, Judas Priest. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, no, we're putting Rush at 3, and now it's between Kiss and UFO. Those are the two between. We haven't decided on who's the winner. So
I still think Maiden would be 3rd. I'm fine. I could go with UFO, Kiss, and then I think Maiden, but that's my votes in there. But if I get outvoted, you guys outvoted. That's fine. That's what I'm thinking.
This is the last stream we'll ever be doing, people. People are upset, so it's like
No, not upset. I mean, look, I understand his saying, and because Maiden to him is a lot more on your turntable than Rush's. I can tell you that.
At least, maybe
sure.
If it maybe Exit Stage Left might have had an argument because I listened to that probably more than All the World's Stage, to be honest. But but yeah.
So we have to decide between Kiss Alive or UFO. I would say in terms of influence and a more popular, Kiss Alive is definitely the more popular record. I mean, that's not even debatable.
That, like I said, that for me, that was the first time I ever got. So it's more of a personal thing. For that reason, I could bump it over UFO, but UFO when you're thinking live albums, that's freaking great. So
Peanut Gallery, what do you guys think? Switch Kiss and Priest.
We're kind of at a standstill with Kiss and UFO.
We need some help here.
Look, if you look at the list here, a lot of people have put Kiss in number 1. Fasaga George. You have if you go flipping through here, there's a lot of people who put it in there.
Well, how many of them are Canadians? That's what we want to know.
I could say Kiss number 1 just because, like I said, I know every word on it.
Okay, I know I'm going to lose this battle.
See,
so
Andy
it's okay.
Andy G, Kiss, UFO, Rush, Maiden, Priest.
Yeah, you Kiss fuckers are everywhere. All right. This is the
Kiss
final
Army,
list.
Man.
This is it, man. Kiss, UFO, Rush, Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East.
I think that's still, if you think about it, a top 5. That's really good. I mean, even being 4th place on a list is like really high ranking in my opinion. Oh,
I know, but I mean, so there is our top 5. Kiss Alive, UFO, Strangers in the Night, Rush All the World's a Stage, Iron Maiden, Live After Death, and Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. That is the greatest list of live albums of all time. All other lists are just going to have to go to the rice paddies.
Exactly.
Okay? So that's the way it goes.
That's exactly how they did it.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Where's Thin Lizzy? Thin Lizzy is number 6, Kieran.
Thin Lizzy didn't even make the top 10.
But I know you would have voted for Kiss number 1. I'm positive you would have voted Kiss number 1.
Yeah, Live and Dangerous. But see, I still don't own that record, so it's hard for me to pull that. It's not easy, man, because they're so.
Well, it definitely shows though who listens to what and how often. That's for sure.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. It was kind of I thought that went pretty well. I had a good time with that. It was fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So if anybody has some suggestions for a top 5 for next week, feel free to throw them out right now, and we'll take them under consideration, and we'll go from there. I thought about I like Tokyo Tapes. Tokyo Tapes would have been in my top 10.
I was looking at that. I was going through the racks. There's a bunch of others too.
Yeah. Tokyo Tapes would have been in my top 10.
I was looking at actually the White Snake in the Heart of the City.
Like one that I wanted to put on my list, and I was kind of battling with it, was Deep Purple, Made in Japan.
Made in Japan. That was another one.
I was even thinking of the In Concert one too. Actually, it came out a little later. That was good. So live albums are tough because I do like live albums. So,
I mean, I really like the Live Rust by Neil Young. I thought that's one of my favorites. So
Live at Leeds, that's
but sonically, I just don't like that record. I think it's just a really rough sounding record for me.
It's the same like with Sabbath Live at Last. I love Sabbath, but I think Live at Last is really rough sounding too. So I never.
Yeah, same thing with Speak of the Devil. Speak of the Devil is another one of those like, I mean.
Yeah, and then Live Evil too. I was like, it's just.
Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of fun. So that was our inaugural Throwdown, and we'll get back to our regular scheduled program with something that made my list. You guys weren't even down for that, but it's okay.
Which one was it?
Cheap Trick.
Oh, gee, I didn't even think of Budokan.
Yeah, you're from Chicago, dude.
They're from Rockford. Where's my Budokan?
I thought about it. I mean, if I was going to put a Made in Live album on there, I would have put Made in Japan EP before Live After Death, honestly.
What?
I'm telling you.
Wow. Yeah, I believe it or not, I actually have that too. That's the only Cheap Trick album I have. There you go. My version of it though was really hurt. It was like major ring wear and stuff.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It survived.
But that's because also Patrick.
I like this one. Like I said, first record. I mean, look at that beautiful ring wear.
Yeah, but there you go. That shows that
this
you've been
well
listening
played.
Exactly.
Booklet, obviously, and the booklet is where you can tell, like, you see the little bends in it. I don't know if you can but like when you're looking at it, you know how that treatment looks. And of course, these are where the bathing suit pictures came from.
Hey, I had Waiting for Columbus is my number 2.
That's the bathing suit.
Waiting for Columbus is one of my favorite records. It was on my list. It's these hosers that didn't put it on the list, not me.
Honestly, it wouldn't make my top 10. But...
Nick Biggs 3.
It might have hit my top 10, but not definitely my top 10.
How are your inner sleeves on that, Vance? You have the Casablanca ones?
They're the Casablanca ones.
AC Mick is not a Kiss fan.
They're good.
There you go. Look at that. It's perfect. Those are the kind of sleeves you need.
I don't think they're not ripped.
Is that the Chocolate Factory one at the bottom of the says there?
Which one?
At the bottom of the...
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Chocolate City. There you go. That's how you know it's the original kind of sleeve for it.
I got them. This one.
Cheap Trick was number 5 on my list. It was on my list.
Those folds, how that.
Oh, yeah.
When you get them. Yeah, that's still good.
Again, that shows that you've been listening to it quite often.
Yeah, they're put in there like that's how they came. That fold is creased since 1977.
Nice. See, but Patrick, you like Baldiano, right? So that's why I'm not surprised that you would go for the Made in Japan EP.
Yeah, I'm a huge Baldiano fan.
See, and I came in the Made in for Number the Beast, so it's
same,
kind of where you are.
Yeah.
But that's what's fun about it.
Yeah. Good old Cheap Trick.
Yeah, I figure a lot of people who are maybe a little bit older would be able to get your yayas out. But for
Stones, I would lean towards Still Life just because I went to that show and that was kind of
It's just called The Song Remains the Same.
There we go.
I wouldn't leave you out there, dude.
This is where the double neck is, right?
Yeah.
No 50-cent bids. I'm sorry, Dane. No.
Actually, this is one of my more favorite Zeppelin songs in their later period, I think.
This is the classic
This part
record.
still gives me goosebumps right here, man. I'm just.
This is the Rhino, not the classic. Sorry.
The bass line's what makes the song.
Look at the bottoms. It's going crazy.
Yes, they are. The Russian pressings of the Bruce made downs are also amazing.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not a huge Yes Songs fan or Yes Shows fan. The
Well,
recording's
they're
horrible.
not the best sounding ones. And as you notice, I never picked any of them. You know, as big a fan as I am. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know that all that stuff came with that album. I don't own this
There's a
record.
little booklet in there, yeah.
Well, you're an old soul, Yesterday's Papers, an old soul.
But this,
You and Bobby Gass would definitely commiserate on
the
Get Your
black
Guys Out.
versions, your later Atlantic.
Nice.
Crazy dream. Anything I wanted to do, and a place I needed.
So this is going to be a stupid question, but you have the video for this, don't you?
Yeah, I have the first time when they put it on video, I still have that clam kind of shell.
Oh, yeah.
When it first came out, and that had been around. And it had been around like 83 or something when they finally put it on video. So I have that, and I might have a later copy, and then I got the DVD.
I remember seeing it once or twice. The thing I always remember is that whole transformation scene, like when you see Jimmy Page turn into that like Hobbit guy, like the beard and
The
everything.
druid from the inner cover of Zeppelin 4. Yeah, I tortured, you know, my sister, girlfriends, and people to watch. You know, I'll be popping a video in, and are we watching this again? All right, yeah, we are. And I go to the midnight movies. You know, me and my buddies, and half of them would fall asleep somewhere since I've been loving you, because we're drinking in the parking lot and stuff. But I'd be up there, you know. Me and there's another buddy of mine. We'd go there anytime they showed it, and we'd like watch a different guy.
I'm surprised you didn't put a Genesis album there, Mark.
We're gonna focus on Page. We're gonna focus on Jones.
Well,
they did there, you know.
Yeah. See, if I would have picked Genesis, I would have probably picked Genesis Live, the Peter Gabriel one, because that's the one that really impacted me hard. Even though I think that Seconds Out is a better live album, but as much as I love Genesis, they were never. I love their studio albums a little bit more than their live stuff for some reason. And that's the only band I can say that for.
I'll say one thing, man. These throwdowns, man, they'll definitely have no shortage of topics of conversation, man. People definitely have an opinion, and they like, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I mean, I like Seconds Out, but I mean, I also like Three Sides. I thought Three Sides was really good because I liked some of the later material, that Duke and all that stuff. So, you know. There we go. There's a man who knows his Zeppelin.
That's like somebody hit the salami. And this Rhino version of this with the longer extended cut is really good. It's got like the 29-minute Dazed and Confused on it.
Wow. Really, that's it on the side?
Yeah, that's the whole side.
Well, I mean, on the vinyl, the usual cutoff is like, people want to keep saying 25 minutes, like the absolute longest, you know?
No.
Must be pretty quiet, though.
Well, there's not a lot going on. It's a lot of guitar soloing, there's no bass.
Yeah.
That's specialty.
28, is it?
26, 53,
26,
mine's
53.
29.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
So I know that they were talking about that for Tales from Topographic Oceans. They cut off some of the top of Revealing Science of God, right?
See the fade out. And then you go.
Yeah, my days are confused at 29 minutes and 13 seconds on the Rhino.
On the Rhino, was that the box one?
Yeah.
Before, yeah, I got that wrapped up. Yeah. I think they had like extra crowd noise on it.
Extra crowd noise.
No, I think they added some things to that.
That's what Sega George says.
Yeah, they did. It was that kind of, they put some little part, because I'll listen to that and I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, that's not what happened on the field.
You're so used to it that any
I
little
know,
change
like,
is
yeah, I know how many yells and this and that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like that with All the World the Stage. I'm like that with a few live albums. Like I remember every little crowd noise, every little yell, every little pick scratch or drumstick hit. You know, like every little click. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have the box of that, but I also got the CD, and I remember like, oh, this is a totally different mix on this one.
There you go.
Yeah, this is
I have to get that.
beat up too. I think I got the reissue as well, but
The reissue sounds pretty good, actually.
My UFO is slowly getting more and more in the collection there. Oh, I didn't ask you, Patrick, so I must ask you. So I think you kind of said though you didn't buy anything from Record Store Day, did you?
I did not.
Interesting.
Nothing. I even went to a record store twice and didn't get anything.
Wow. Really, just that not interested, or just it was like a
Yeah,
point?
nothing really floated my boat, man. I was like going, I'm just really not into this stuff,
It's funny because a few people were showing their things on their videos, and that, but they would show stuff. I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that. Like, for example, the Mr. Big first album, I totally forgot that was out on there.
Yeah, but the company that did that does shit. They sound like shit. I think I got the lean into it that they did a couple of years ago, and it was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
yeah, I already had that, so I skipped it.
Yeah. I probably would have skipped it too. A lot of people said that they skipped the Motley Crue Helter Skelter picture disc.
Oh, I had no desire for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna put out a Motley Crue, put out the album with John Corabi. If we're gonna do
kidding.
put out one with Corabi.
I mean, I got a pirate copy of that, but yeah, you think, Motley Crue just ignores that record.
Well, they don't like John Corabi. They're feuding. They've been feuding for years. Sniping at each other.
Probably why he's
forever.
Like, he wants a reissue of that. Get some money, but actually, he's coming around. He's coming with it's Corabi, Winger, and Tom Keeper.
Well, he's signed with the Dead Daisies for a long time.
Okay, so I gotta ask you guys then, what are your thoughts on Motley Crue going back in the studio to record with John 5?
I don't. It's no.
I mean, new Motley Crue music doesn't get me. I like John 5, but I mean, he's not going to salvage them as the. I mean, what are they going to let him do? Are they going to tell him what to play?
I don't know. I would be really. I'll eat my words if that album is really something that I get into.
I bet at most they put out a song or two.
Yeah, that's what they've done. The last time was it just like a single. Apparently, you're doing it with Bob Rock again. So. Every time I hear this song, this album, it just reminds me of Massey Hall.
This reminds me of smoking mass quantities of pot as a teenager.
It's funny, back in elementary school,
we're all gonna sing.
We were allowed to bring a record in for a class, and I remember I brought this in. My teacher was like, you could tell that he was secretly bopping to it. You could tell he was a Rush fan, But it was interesting because the records I'm surprised they actually let us do that, bring music into our elementary classes.
Oh yeah, I used to do that too when we were young.
Yeah.
I think I probably brought that Kiss record in. Yeah, I remember that. It was like early grades, but yeah, you can bring it up.
Yeah, it's like grade 3 or something.
Yeah. Dude, find my idea. Wow.
That's a good old Les Paul to a Marshall. No pedal, well, maybe 1 or 2 pedals. And a nice growly bass and those old Slingerland drums.
That Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
Change my life again.
Mortal Kombat Blood Code. Nice. See some friends.
Piece of hand. What does he say right there? Well, what does he say?
Well, hey now, baby.
Okay. I was like, what the hell is he saying? All these,
You can tell they were at their peak of writing quality there.
yeah.
That was all written last minute.
Hey,
in
Felipe,
studio.
how's that Riga P10 treating you? Oh, look at the avatar with the solid blue triangle, Pink Floyd.
You're not a
I
Riga.
I tell you all my lies.
Are you not a Riga supporter there, Patrick?
I'm not. Unless they have a speed controller on them, then I'm okay.
Suddenly I'm transported to my uncle's den watching him make Dungeons and Dragons figurines. Nice.
Nerd.
Nerds.
I've never heard a Warren Zevon live album, to be honest with you. Although I do have a Warren Zevon album right up there. Yeah.
It's a nice digital controller, 2 belts.
I have 2 belts on my single motor flywheel, and I have a speed controller with a digital tachometer. It's really nice.
I was impressed by your little digital scale there the other night when you were changing your record there.
Yeah. It's important. I want to see all your hands.
Hi. Yeah.
Well, he now, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's very Canadian language there.
Kind of sounds like, hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later with Mr. Microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one girl like socks him in his shoulder.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later. I could listen to this album all the time and never get tired of it. Ever.
Exactly. I love this song.
Yeah, if they had put Rivendell on it, though, that would ruin it for me. But yeah.
Well, could you imagine them playing that in this concert? It would totally suck the air out of the room.
It sucks the air out of my whole life when I have to hear Rivendell. It's like I'm like depressed for a week.
Sunlight dancing through the leaves.
That's Hobbit music, dude. That's seriously.
It is.
Yeah, I have the Roadrunner and the Eagle. The Roadrunner's a tachometer and the Eagle is the power supply unit. I actually have 2 of them. I bought an extra one because I knew he was going out of business. Thank you, Tokyo. We're so happy to play for you tonight. Yes. Yeah, Soda makes those tables that have the vacuum that keep the... it's kind of weird. Like, Soda makes those things that really... what do they call that? Couple the record to the platter, whereas on my turntable, I have it raised up where my vinyl's not even touching the platter. Mine's completely decoupled. So it's 2 different ways of doing with it. So.
Are you talking about like suction?
Happy to play for you tonight. Yeah.
Are you talking about suctions like put the vinyl right up against the platter itself?
It has a vacuum underneath that makes it flat in case you have a warp. It's good for warps, but it totally couples your vinyl to the platter.
Because when they cut lacquers for records, they have that. They have like a little suction thing to hold the lacquer in place like that.
You know, I run all of my power. I have a separate power supply for my turntable as well, and but I run it all through a UPS that regenerates power into pure AC. It actually takes it and regenerates it. Talk about nerd shit. But yeah.
Wow. Nerds. And it also grows, vegetables, and it also you can make bread with it, right?
Do not listen to Mark. He's just a mad Canadian.
Make bread with it. What?
Well, Patrick has like all these little gadgets, like individualized power sources and conditioners for power sources.
We're just happy to play for you tonight. Yeah. You can just feel the hall. You can just feel the whole venue in this guitar tone. You can just absolutely feel the venue.
Oh, yeah.
Just it sounds live. Completely live.
That's pretty important.
It's really high! Well, it doesn't happen a lot these days,
Well, yeah.
And started to roll.
Like the one of the worst live albums I've ever heard is that ARW live. Like the audience is so badly overdubbed, and like you can tell, like they faded in and out, and it's the same audience all the time. It's
Oh, wow.
ridiculous. It sounds terrible. Like, why can't you just?
Did you consider Yes Songs at all, Mark? I was thinking of Yes Songs.
No, I mean it's. I love Yes, but that live album is.
How about
not
Progeny?
good.
How about Progeny?
Well, Progeny is good. It's a much better than the Yes Songs and Yes Shows and all those things.
Okay, so they have quite a few live albums out now. So what's your favorite on them?
Well, now I would honestly say I think that one of my favorite ones is either the Topographic Drama.
Yeah.
Live in the United States when that came out, when they toured for Drama, and they did like two sides of Tales. Yeah.
Why the hell would you tour Drama and do two sides of Tales of Topographic Oceans?
Because it was in big demand. Like a lot of Yes fans were. A lot of fans were. John Davison.
Trevor Horn? Oh.
No,
you said
John
you were.
Davison.
Oh, when you said they were touring Drama, I'm like going Drama? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, Jeff Downs is in the band, and
Oh.
But those albums are very popular back in the Yes circles again.
Was there ever talk about Trevor Horn doing any live stuff and going back to Drama?
He did one.
He could fly from here, right?
Yeah, he did one. Yeah, he did one appearance with them when they released the Fly From Here Return Trip album in London. But that's it.
Is there any footage of that?
I think there's YouTube. Yeah. But he's not himself. He has no desire to tour.
To sing or nothing, right?
No, he makes a killing, that guy, at producing.
Well, his wife got hit with a bullet or an arrow or something, and she's like a quadriplegic or something.
She died already. Yeah.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah. She was in hospital care for a long time, and it was their son that did it by accident, obviously.
Yeah. That would be hard to get over, man. It's like,
Yeah.
Your kid did it. It's like, holy shit,
Yeah. We have upgrading turntable talk.
Better than pedal talk.
I don't know.
I do.
Talk about patch chords and guitar picks.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, that would be horrible. Horrible.
Like this top photo.
Trekker.
Tortex.
Where you been, Trekker?
Purple one.
I'm familiar with Tortex picks. I know what those are. With the little turtle on there.
Yeah, there you go. That's the purple one.
Yep. Shin splints? No, I don't think so.
Shin splints. Wow.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Or Trekker, are you familiar with the term loafing cow? You know what that is?
You know what hide the salami is, Trekker?
have you ever heard of that band? The Loafing Cow?
Have you ever met a brown-eyed girl?
It's when somebody comes up behind you and kicks you in the calf and you get a really bad calf cramp.
Oh, I hate
It's called the Loafing Cow.
Oh, that's a beating waiting to happen. Dude, are you kidding? I mean, I get those calf cramps sometimes in the middle of the night, you know? Brutal.
I don't know what it is though, but there was a time, and I'm serious, I'm not making this up, but there was a time back, like, when these girls I knew, like, I was dating this girl and she had like a 18-year-old sister, okay? And for some reason back then, it was really cool to do these kind of, you know, pranks on each other, like, you know, kicking each other in the calves or whatever. But it was really bad when they started doing, what's it called? They were hoofing each other in the twat, basically. Like, they would go behind each other and kick each other in the twat. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, it was so, like, I don't understand why they did that. It was a thing back then, you know. I don't understand.
This is the part of the show where we all just kind of nod at Mark and go, yeah, okay, yeah.
It was called the cunt punt. That's what it was called.
Oh,
Cunt kick.
all right.
Cunt kick.
There we go.
You knew it was coming at some point today, people. We had hiding the salami, we had brown-eyed girls. We knew at some point it was going to come out.
Well, yeah, we're just
And on
out
that
off
note,
with a bang, and then
on this live stream, we depend on your donations.
Oh, yeah, they're really going to donate after that. Yeah.
they're gonna.
You got to learn to pick your spots, Mark. That wasn't it. Oh, my God.
Donated to get you committed. we
See,
need
there
to
you
get
go.
Mark
I
help.
did that to a girl at recess one day. See, I'm not making this shit up, people.
Why do I?
Reset.
Why do I not? Why am I not surprised that MC did that to some girl?
I can just see it right now.
Tough chick. I can see you, bitch.
Only the best people come to our stream, I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Top quality.
Other streams get like people like Nadine and, you know, lawyers, and we get people who are kicking girls in the twat.
I hope so, MZ. I hope so. I hope she cried. That couldn't have felt good.
Oh my God. This whole throwdown has become a theme now with like live songs, so apparently it's like become a thing.
You know what's interesting though, Patrick? Considering that you are openly saying that you're not a big live album person, I'm surprised that you picked that topic.
It just came to me. I mean, I don't know why. It just seemed like an easy one. We could all,
start
you
off
know,
with,
do
yeah.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. And considering that you also have a big affinity for records like this, you know.
No, I love live albums.
Oh, I love them. At one point, I
There you
had
go.
more live albums in the studio.
You are a class act, yeah.
Yes, MZ, you definitely are.
All right, so you guys are bidding. You're bidding on this right here. This is a Shure audio obstacle course test record. It's a great test record. It's actually got some good songs on site too. They play. It's really good. I'll play it one of these days. But yeah.
Oh, it really has like testing songs on there?
Yeah, they're like a samba song. It's like a Brazilian Felipe would know the song. What is it? Hold on. It's a famous one. What is it? It's Mais Que Nada by Sergio Mendes and the Brazil 66. It's like a famous like a Brazilian song. Felipe's from Brazil. Felipe totally knows this song.
Isn't that a little stereotypical? Just because his name is Felipe and you think that he's immediately from Brazil?
No, he's from Brazil. He is from Brazil.
He could be from like San Diego or something. He could be
Dude,
like
he's from Brazil. He's actually from Brazil.
Idaho.
I talk to him all the time.
Oh, okay.
I'll go to 200 for that. Felipe is from Brazil. I promise you. I'm not making that up. And he's big in Sepultura. Yeah, it is a good song. Yes, you are. You're totally from Brazil. Now you lied to me.
He just said yes there at the bottom.
Usually only women lie to me, Felipe. But yeah. I'm sure that made you popular with all the girls in the public school.
There you go.
Darren.
So you lost your shoe or what?
Quicksand.
Was it a vortex?
Wow.
And again, once again, this chat is
Some guys
evolved into
walk-
something completely freaking,
Yeah, just
wrong.
totally left her.
Oh, here we go. Patrick, not all women are Becky.
Thank God for that. Although I do miss her so. Yes.
So Felipe does not speak Spanish.
He speaks Portuguese, though, I bet. Because Portuguese is the national language of Brazil.
So he's familiar with bacala.
You like Sepultura? I know that. Felipe, tell us more about yourself. So, yeah.
Yes, tell us more. Yeah, this was a hard one to keep off the list, to be honest.
Bump, bump.
Yeah, but I just couldn't put it ahead of any of the
Yeah. I agree. That's why I didn't make my
others,
list
you know?
either.
I mean, it was, and then that's why I was like the in concert one too. I'm like, man, that's not a bad one either, you know.
Song called Highway Star.
Nice. Is that an early copy or a later one?
Nah, it's probably a later one. Actually, it's a Columbia House.
Oh, nice. Those are almost as popular as Japanese pressings to Patrick.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how much I love those, yes.
Nice.
I got this from some guy's collection, a friend of mine.
So, Felipe, are you a hardcore Sepultura fan? Or are you okay with the fact that they changed to that guy Derek Green on vocals after when Max left?
Max Cavalera, he formed Soulfly, right?
Yeah. Because I actually like Against when they had Derek in it.
The drummer is better. That's some pretty powerful words there. Because Stuart Copeland's not no slouch, man.
Stuart Copeland is fantastic.
Oh, nobody said that as far as you know. So that, yeah,
Not
that's in
there.
concert. Actually, I think I have a UK and a US version.
Oh, cool. Derek's that's cool. Felipe. Getting paid.
Vance, was that quad pressing, Vance?
What's that?
I don't have that record, you know? That's one Deep Purple album I
Yeah.
don't have.
The double one.
Nice.
The you know.
What album are they touring for that?
This is the what's the year with this? I thought it came out like 1980.
Actually, Bill, it wouldn't be high on my list because when this came out in '73, I was just born. So
It's from 1970-72 show. Gladiator in there. Yeah, it's a European press. And then the US one was just a single, I think. Or maybe not, I don't know. What is this? This is a, yeah, it's a UK press one.
nice.
So, at a gate.
I have it bookmarked there, Felipe.
Say Street King, Valentine, Mandrake Root.
Not a man drank root.
What's the newest song on that? Let's see.
Looks like Never Before.
Yeah, probably Machine Head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's separate from chosen 70 and 70.
Oh, that'd be great. I can put it on my want list, so that's even better.
So then this one, oh yeah, this is also a double M, but they just stuck it in one sleeve on the American one. And
By the way, this is a pricey version, but the DCC of Made in Japan is phenomenal. If you come across it and someone has it cheap, get it. If not, the UK Porky is really good too.
purple.
Yep.
Nice.
I like that purple label.
Yeah. So I wanted to get to the yeah, this is the US stuff. But it doesn't. I didn't. It doesn't. No, actually, this. Oh my goodness. Wow, I should leave this down. Listen.
Hit it, Richie.
Yeah, but this, like I said, single doesn't have the gate or the inner sleeves or anything.
Yeah.
I am not drinking a fruity drink. I'm having a beer.
Don't you hate it when they do that though? They take a
I
record
hate
that's
when they get
clearly a
cheap.
gatefold and then they make it into a single thing with
Yeah.
both records in there.
Even the record store here put a label on it, better than Made in Japan.
Is that 450 Canadian, Darren?
I never really compared on the two of them though. They sound like.
Whoa.
I can't remember which one I got first though. I think I probably got this one first, and then I found the UK with the gatefold and the inners. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, let's get that because it's all, you know.
Yeah. Kind of like when I found the Older Worlds of Stage, I first found the gatefold one, and I realized that there was a trifold version of it, and I had to
There's
hunt
three
that one.
versions, right? There's,
Yeah.
Because I had one that had all three albums stuffed into one sleeve.
Yeah.
Then I think there's the double, right?
Yeah,
And
there's
then
a gatefold and there's a trifold.
Threefold, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have. I thought I had this little.
Killer machine.
Everything.
I know I have the gatefold and I have the trifold. I don't think I have the one that's squashed into one.
I did, and I think it was like trash. I used it actually one of my years ago, one of my first contest videos.
Oh yeah?
Because it was all like the cover was ripped, so I did like this vinyl horror stories theme, and I used it in the video and showed it. I was like screaming about it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's old school. You can go dig that up.
Yeah, I'll have to try to find that then.
It's on a playlist, and my video for the contest.
Oh,
And
okay.
Everybody was telling about, how they dropped the record rate when they bought it, and they took it out of the sleeve and scratched, and they never even put it on, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
I think it was Mibber. You know Mark Mibber?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was telling that he just bought Moving Pictures, and that's what he did. He took it out of the sleeve and he dropped it and just scratched right through the whole side.
Oh.
This first one is called Travel.
Fuck. That's not good.
I think that was the story, yeah.
This is another excellent live album, Live Bullet.
Up with the sun.
Oh, yeah. And actually, I don't know if I have either of them. The other one was big, too. The,
the one, the later,
yeah.
after
What's
9th.
it called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that I remember having on cassette and listening to that a lot. I haven't listened to Seeger in a while. I don't know if I have one of these.
I mean, and there you go. Considering I'm a Zappa fan too, I for a minute thought about the live at the Roxy, but I knew that would never make the top 10 with any of you guys.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, I like that album. I mean, who doesn't like the Illinois Enema Bandit? I mean, come on.
I think I do have that live at the Roxy too.
The Illinois
I saw Dweezil do
Enema
it.
Bandit.
Yeah.
Any song that has Don Pardo on it, it's great.
I saw Dweezil do that on a tour or whatever.
Yeah, with the Zappa plays Zappa.
Yeah, it was still
Apparently there
Zappa.
was no
It
law
was still
against that.
Zappa plays Zappa, and I have a little. I ripped off one of the flyers. I still have that flyer.
The best
That was
part
one
of
of
Illinois Enema Bandit is the intro to the Illinois Enema Bandit. That is the best part, where Don Pardo talks about Michael Kenyon.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, you didn't hear that cough. I just tested the mute. Nothing worse than somebody coughing or blowing their nose on screen, right?
Or into the microphone directly.
Yeah.
You know, Neil Young has a lot of live albums, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lately, yeah.
Especially now when he's reissuing all this stuff. Even I have a couple of his live ones now.
I picked up that. It was the 4-album box set from like the '91 Ragged Glory tour, and I got it because I saw that show, and and it sounds good. I like it.
So which one of the Zappas has Punky's Whips? Because I have the unedited version of Punky's Whips. I have the real
Live in
version.
New York.
Yeah, I have the actual uncensored version.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody wants to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those records. They have a big box set of that out now too, like a 7 CD version of it that has like the complete versions of the shows and everything.
So I have a question, Felipe. So you're on my stream. I think Mike is on George Borden's stream. Is that what you guys do? You jazz bums? You go and you go to every stream and try to conquer the world? Is that your goal? Are you going for world domination, Felipe? You and your jazz bums?
He's trying to they're trying to infiltrate different streams.
Yes, you're infiltrating all of us, man, to make us all jazz heads, aren't you? Look, even Bandspot Jazz yesterday. I mean, look what you're doing. Look what you're doing to the rock and roll streams, dude.
Oh no, that's what's happening.
That's fusion, though. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, I did get this too.
You know, these jazz bums, man, they're so nice.
I did get this.
Oh, look at that, Charles Mingus. That's like, Eric Dolphy. Oh my God, that's like freaking Hobbit jazz.
Oh no, see? Oh no.
Yeah, that's Hobbit jazz, dude.
Hobbit jazz? Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll have to play that with Ramble On or something.
Yeah, I know, Felipe. And Chris is a rocker too, isn't he? Chris's favorite band is Rush. Yeah.
Well, he has good taste at least. But I do have to say though, out of all the jazz people, Art Blakey is the one that I still have a minor respect for.
Well, he was probably the biggest piece of shit on a human level of anybody.
Why am I not surprised?
You know, these jazz bums, man, they're all very nice, unassuming guys, man. They're not aggressive or anything. They just kind of slide in, and then slowly but surely corrupt everybody into the jazz world.
Exactly.
We're on to you, jazz bums.
You come in there and start talking to you all nice, and then all of a sudden they'll start saying, there's a really good Art Blakey record coming out next week. You might want to check that out,
Yeah. Look out for those jazz bums, I'm telling you, man. They'll start getting you to buy high-end gear. Start talking about, frickin' Rudy Van Gelder and, celebrating frickin' Charles Mingus' birthday,
Grant Green's guitar is on auction over on this site. We want to check it out. There's one guy I don't hear too much in the jazz world. I hear about all these other people, like, what's that one that Waxy talking about? He bought that huge box set of.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Bill Evans.
That's it, yeah. Like, there's a lot of talk about him and stuff like that, but I never hear anything about Grant. Why is there no love of Grant Green?
My Phono Pre is a tube setup, man. I will never go against tubes for my Phono Pre ever again. So yeah.
So you're a total tube connoisseur.
Oh, yeah.
Then? Okay.
So are these actual pandas that come in and inspect you, Trekker? Or, do you have like actual pandas come in and inspect? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah.
Sexual harassment panda. I remember that from South Park. Anybody? No? Anybody catch a South Park reference? No. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nobody got it.
I don't watch South Park very often.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but I used to religiously back when it first came out.
I have some nice 1950s-ish Amperex new old stock tubes in my photo pre. Very, very three-dimensional. I love them.
Whenever I hear people talking about tubes when it comes to stereo stuff, it just cracks me up because they're almost as bad as people who like talk about tubes within the guitar world. Like, dude,
it's the same
I
thing,
got the
yeah.
best EL34 power amp tubes in my amp. It's incredible. No, man, 6L6s, they're the way to go for sure.
But I can actually hear the difference for sure. I mean,
So can I.
Between a Telefunken and a new old stock Amperex with the Halo getter, all that shit. You know, I can speak that lingo if I have to.
Yeah, I honestly prefer for my amps, I prefer 6L6s. A lot of people prefer the EL34s, but I like the 6L6s better. And then there's the other. What are the other ones?
I swap tubes all the time, man. I've had Telefunkens, I've had Mullards, I have all that. I've had RCAs, I've had the frickin' RCA, Jan or the Waz, all that shit, man. I've had Mazda, I've had.
Do you guys?
Genelex Lions, all that shit.
Well, for you guys, I mean, do you guys also use like preamp tubes, like the 12AX7 kind of tubes, the small ones?
That's what I use. Well, I use even smaller. I mean, 12AX7s are like the Ampere or like the Telefunkens. I use the 6933s.
Oh, okay.
Or they're 7028s are the high end ones. I use the 7028s. I think. I have to go 7030. I have to go look. I forget the numbers.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, it's interesting because.
Well, I mean, the Mullards are very thick, and it depends on what you're using the Mullard for. I've had Mullards that sound good. I've had Mullards that sound bad. I've had Mullards that were made, and a lot of times some of these companies will make their tubes elsewhere and just brand them. So you can get a Mullard that wasn't made in Great Britain. You can get a Mullard that was made in like Germany. So
yeah.
Sometimes
I still have all my molars.
Yep. But where's the salami? I mean, have you hidden the salami lately there, man?
Lately, no, unfortunately, no.
That was your job for a while, right?
It was. That's right. It was a radio bit.
Oh, here we go. This is the original version.
Yep.
Petty. No,
yeah,
this is...
Yes, Mallards do sound quacky, but Mullards do not sound quacky. Well, this was still written by Russ Ballard.
One of the amps that are not very popular for power amp sections are EL84s. I know only a few people like those in their Marshalls.
So AU7s, I think, have a little bit less output than the AX7s, or it's vice versa. One of the two. When I used to have those, I remember that. Well, there's no real Gold Lions. Those are all made in Russia now. So the original Gold Lions go for massive money. You see what tubes I have left in my tube box. Hang on.
What's the getting?
Tubes.
Oh.
So,
Tube talk.
when he tube talks, you can hit him up with that, He loves his tubes.
All right, tube time.
This is almost going to be as good as pedal talk.
Well, it's like 7308 Amperex. Not.
Nice.
These are a Philips Amperex right here.
Yeah. Okay. Fascinating.
Telefunken.
I've heard of that.
I don't know if that's a diamond on the bottom. That's nerdy.
Yeah, it's a diamond.
There's a Mullard.
Oh, yeah.
Mullet, huh?
Mullard. Those are from Brent Jesse.
You can recognize
as a matter of
the
fact.
shape of the bottom of the logo.
This is an RCA 5751.
Oh,
These are actually pretty good.
Very good.
RCA, huh?
The difference of the tip on the top.
Yeah, look here, Mr. Salami.
Very pointy.
I know nothing about those things. I remember my parents, they had it was a Fisher, and it had the tube. For whatever reason, it was sitting in the basement, so it probably didn't work. I wish they still had it down there, because I'd give it a shot. But I remember the tubes on that kind of receiver.
Yeah.
An old Fisher.
Now, I've had to listen to you guys talk about shit all the time.
I know, and you give a shit, so...
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of those were from Brent Jesse. Some of them I've had from other places, but yeah, most of them are from Brent Jesse. The ones in the box, the Ampirixes are, yeah.
Oh, is this live broadcast?
Yep.
This is behind me somewhere.
Oh, Vance, did you pre-order yet the new Brown Acid?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got the email. A lot of people are like, "Are you get the test press?" I said, "No, I don't need that."
Yeah, I stick with test pressing. Nice.
And this shrink from Kmart.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
41.
There you go.
Kmart.
Wow.
Die cut.
You know, keeping it in the shrink could seriously affect your record.
Probably fucked up.
Nerd.
The pressure from the shrink wrap can warp it.
Yeah.
That's why I have a record buy.
That's why I buy a brand new record and it's worse, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Record pie.
This thing's been in the shrink from at least 1977, so I think it's okay. Compared to like a brand new one I get, it's like...
Yeah, no shit. That's happened a lot recently, to be honest, you know?
Oh, that's my problem with the new records now. And then you can tell, too, something. You're like, they shrink so tight and the jamming is 180 grams, you know, and it's kind of... And you can see the curve of it, and you're like, oh, man. This was sitting in a truck a little too long.
Yeah.
You know, a hot truck or whatever.
Yeah. How many songs are there?
This was back when, I think there's 6. This was back when, you know, if your band only made a live album with one record, you weren't quite big enough. If you didn't get the 2 album,
you
live
get
album,
the single, yeah.
Yeah, you were like the opening band, you know?
Right.
Like Pat Travers, Foghat, Mahogany Rush, they all had like single album, live albums.
Yeah.
This song was huge though when I was a kid, man. Huge.
Yeah, it's still big on classic rock radio.
Yeah, but nobody talks about this band or this album at all.
No.
Yeah.
Only we do.
Well, here in Chicago, you can still hear Full for the City. Just Want to Make Love to You and Slow Ride on classic rock radio here for sure.
Oh,
But, yeah.
So, Vance, have you ever thought about trying to get back into radio?
No. It's so.
Have you ever thought about trying to hide so salami again?
Yeah, I don't know if that would fly anymore. That bit, but
Yeah, probably not.
Radio's a different world now, man.
There is no radio anymore. It's just like Clear Channel, and that's it.
Yeah, it's iHeart and cookie cutter stations that are all sound the same in every market.
Yeah.
You know,
do pirate
morning
radio.
shows that's taking telling the same joke.
You do your own pirate radio, you know, broadcast on like progrock.com or one of those stations.
I started doing that amp a little. I used that amp app.
Yeah.
But I kind of faded out, so I can still do that. I know Nate Bouchard, I don't know if you guys know him, he does it.
I know who he is.
That is amp thing.
So I'm kind of wondering what happened with Vinyl DPT. Did we run him off? You know?
Speaking of Nate, he's on the thing. He's on
I kind of miss Vinyl GPT. Vinyl GPT got offended because I told him to define Miss You or something, and he got upset.
Yeah, I saw him on. He came up on somebody's show. What the hell?
Livin. You got to keep it with it. Livin.
Actually, Sam Squatch has a great college station here. It's called North Central College. The station's WONC. It's like 89.1, and they stream and stuff. But it's a great college rock station. It's one of the, and there's some good college rock stations around. But the college I went to, their station was a dance format, and I just hated it.
Dance format?
Yeah, I was like, come on, it's, first of all, shouldn't like everybody kind of be able to do their own kind of show thing? But yeah, it was like high energy dance music, like, you're.
In Chicago? I mean,
yeah, it was urban, I mean, it was just, I was like, man.
Yeah, CIUT. Actually, what was the one that 89.1, which was the other college station? We used to go on there all the time with Pile Driver. We used to take it over in the middle of the night. She's getting
Hip Hop Boom's wife Sarah does a radio show at a college campus.
Yeah.
You got, I think it's WMRB, and it's like at, I want to say it's about 3:30 Eastern time. It's like an hour and a half show. I've listened to it a couple times. It's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. That's where I found out about some bands from her.
Yeah, she plays all kinds of different. I've heard her play from Judas Priest to punk to whatever. Kind of like exactly like what her and John are into.
Yeah.
I think it's CKLN 88.1. Another Toronto college station. They were notorious for like their DJs would come in like on the night shift and got really plastered. Like, okay, man, we're gonna spin some Kiss. And they'll go on there and they'll play like I Was Made for Loving You, and they have it in the wrong speed. It's like, and all of a sudden you hear like, like they'll speed up all of a sudden. It's like, oh fuck. That's when you know you had too much, when you don't even know what the fucking speed of your turntable is.
Yeah. What are the call letters, Sam Squatch, for that station? Yeah, the radio.
Apparently, Matthew is related to Woody Harrelson now, so apparently they're brothers.
The radio market's the radio station is a large market for this. I know people that still work here in Chicago, and they're bouncing around a lot for stations. So somebody changed their mind. You get out in the middle of nowhere, you can find a little family-owned kind of station still in a small town. I could get used to that probably.
Yeah.
Just doing your own thing. No corporate kind of. Very community low, kind of.
Yeah. That'd probably be probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, I don't need to be some big, the days of like these guys, big morning shows getting $5 billion. These guys ain't gonna take that. Yeah. So like we had Man Cow here, and the Howard Turns and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yay! Now, true Iron Maiden live song coming up here. A real Iron Maiden.
Oh boy, here we go. Is it with
Just
Blaze
saying.
Bailey?
Blaze Bailey. Not Blaze Bailey.
Oh, I never had this version. It's a plus one.
Yeah, I don't have the live version either. I got a bunch of Maiden bootlegs, to be honest. Those are all. I'll show you a couple.
Yeah, pull some out there.
See what I got. Oh, this is a good one. This is Summerfest 81.
Oh, nice.
Eddie just killed Santa. Look, see, there's Eddie. Look at this. Oh, Santa.
Oh, no.
See his pants there?
Yeah.
This axe Santa. But, yeah, this is Diano live. 1981 Milwaukee Summerfest. It's a pretty decent
Very-
recording.
Purgatory Rat Child. Over the next side, you got Remember Tomorrow, Life, and these Comic Killers, yeah. And it's an Exile, Twilight Zone, Murders in the Rue Morgue, Phantom of the Opera. That's good, there, yeah. Iron Maiden, Running Great Transylvania, Drifter. They closed with Drifter, eh? Huh.
Well, yeah. I don't know exactly what the thing was. Yeah.
Transylvania, that's interesting. There's a song you don't hear very often.
So yeah, and it's red color. Good. Here.
Number 7, wow.
At least the red version. This version.
Is that a bootleg?
Yeah. The Diano Live, Milwaukee 81.
So I gotta say this. So I sent Vance and Mark the question for tonight, the Throwdown, like best live albums, and of course Vance comes back. Can I use bootlegs? I'm like, oh no, you can't use fucking bootlegs, dude.
That was gonna be my Zeppelin.
No, you can't use fucking bootlegs.
I know, but I was gonna listen to this, Eddie, the Led Zeppelin bootleg brought that 77.
I'm a Diano guy. That's my thing. Vinyl Dreamscape. I'm with you, man. Totally with you, man.
I like Diano too, but I thought Dickinson was a better singer.
I like that album, Darren, but some of the songs are too long, man. Once it gets to like I Walk on Golden Splinters and shit, you know, if you have like 2 sides that take up like 2 songs of 20 minutes, it's like it gets a little old, you know?
Yeah.
What about the Uriah Heep live album?
I like that one. I actually have a copy sitting out now that I'm trying to figure out which one's better. I'm going to record it, but I have it sitting in the closet right there.
Good stuff on there. And I'm like staring at that Springsteen box set, but that's like a chronological life.
Yeah.
But when that came out, I thought, well, I played the heck out of that.
You know, I do like the Bruce Dickinson era, but I mean, my first exposure was to Paul Diano, and those first 2 albums were untouchable for me. I mean,
I love Killers. I think Killers is a great record. I just always found that the first album a little thin. That Will Malone production is not that great, you know.
But it's the rawness of it.
well, I mean, we're talking about. I mean, that doesn't stop you from loving Hotter Than Hell, though, right?
Well, no, I mean, I'm not big on Hotter Than Hell. But
I love the songs. The production's horrible on Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah. Well, look, Hotter Than Hell is garbage. You know, the Iron Maiden sounds fantastic compared to that. You know. But I still love Prowler and those. I mean, that whole album is great.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
This one's just for you, Mark.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Ah! Gandalf, sing me a song. Very good, Frodo. Sit back and I'll spin you a tale. Hello, Mr. Winebender.
I think I have this close by too, actually.
Bursting out.
Yeah, it might be like right behind me.
Yeah, isn't that convenient, eh? Breakfast King?
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
First to know.
There you go.
This is a great live album. This is another great live album. Hey, Eric. Big burly bro.
I could have jumped on there, yeah. I don't know about top 5, but
No, not top 5, but it's up there.
yeah.
Gandalf, sing me about the old days.
Tell me about the old days. Tell me about the old days, Gandalf.
This has a little embossed to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's like around the frame, kind of like.
Barrymore Barlow on drums. What a great drummer he was.
Crystallis. It's a blue crystal.
Oh nice.
See, you make me want to. Well, listen. I hear it now. I feel like I want to listen to these things.
Yeah, I know.
Like splitting a little.
You can use some stuff to tape that back up.
What do you use on there? You like that rubber glue or something? They're kind of tacky glue. I'll have to look for that.
Tacky glue.
I got a
Works
bunch.
great.
I got a
Scene
bunch of.
split.
Yeah, I got. It's not split. It's just it's the glue just gave away on the. Right there. But I got a bunch of them like that where the glue just gave away. It's got old and dried out.
I didn't see any, Eric. I don't have one.
1978.
Yep. You're giving Mark a freaking vertigo by doing that, dude. Are you selling painkillers, Mark, or are you off the painkillers?
Look at that shot there.
You have any left over?
No. What, you want me to send them over? Or?
No, I just want you to take them for Tuesday's stream. So yeah.
Oh.
Oh, we need a theme for Tuesday. I could have said live songs, but we pretty much took care of that tonight. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
We've done a cover song thing before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see what year we have available. Hang on.
Are you keeping track? Because I was wondering about
Oh,
that.
yeah, I do. I actually have all the year playlists, at least most of them. I keep all of the ones we do now, the theme nights. I keep all of them now. So
Yeah.
I don't know, Frank. Michael, instrumentals would probably be pretty dull the whole night.
yeah, I thought about instrumentals, but I thought that too. I'm like, well,
you need some singing,
I don't think we've done 1974. So we haven't done 1981.
What?
I don't see 1981 here.
Well, if we haven't done 74 or 81, that's a crime.
We haven't done 74. We haven't done 81. We haven't done 87. Or 88 or 89.
Wow.
So there's
Or 90 or 91.
Hmm. 74 is a good year. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm fine
Well, let
with
me see
that.
what I got. Let me see what I got from 74. Hang on. '74 has, oh yeah, Get Your Wings, Bad Company, self-titled, Secret Treaty, Burn, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway,
Yeah. Neil
Hotter
Young
Than
on
Hell,
Queen 2, Sheer Heart Attack, Diamond Dogs, David Bowie.
yep. Bridge of Sighs,
Yeah.
Rush's first album,
Yeah. Secret Treaties,
Fly to the Rainbow,
Apostrophe Zappa, Burn, Deep Purple, Relay,
Desolation
yes.
Boulevard by Sweet, Tooth Fang and Claw by Ted Nugent,
Mirage by Camel.
Thin Lizzy Nightlife, UFO
Ooh.
Phenomenon,
Red.
Relayer. Oh yeah, yeah. I think let's do 74.
Okay,
Right.
sounds good.
Out feel the light. High above your head. Another one of those guys that got a single album for live album. Yeah. And they were great live. Still are great live.
The only way I
Tommy
remember,
Aldridge on drums.
yeah, I was gonna say the main way I remember this guy is that Tommy's on drums.
Well, he had Pat Thrall on guitar for a long time, who went on to be with Glenn Hughes and
The
Hughes Thrall
album
Band. Yeah. And
I don't know.
Andy also.
I don't know why,
And-
but sorry, go on.
And the bass player Mars Cowling was well thought of, but he passed away at an early age. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Pat. Every time I hear you say Pat Thrall, I don't know why I keep thinking of the guy from Nirvana. And that's
No.
Pat Smear. Right?
That's Smear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him. I've seen him 3 times. I just saw him like a year or 2 ago
Ready to go.
with Cactus.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of it kind of annoyed me at the end. Like people were like standing around, he's gonna sign something. And he's talking to some girl, and like you knew her, they're friends. But I'm like, all these people like kind of standing around waiting for him to sign something. I'm like, you just sign the shit and you go talk to the girl all you want. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like he was making he ignored those people. That was kind of bothering me.
Yeah. There's some
I
guys.
got
who
him to
just-
sign my poster, but I was just like a little annoyed.
But some guys are like that though. As soon as they see a chick, then they're like, everybody else is
they were,
invisible.
they were like talking like karate stuff or something that they were into, and like
Karate?
yeah, he was like oh yeah, and they were like doing things and like I don't know, maybe they were like I don't know whatever they did, but I was like you got people that there's like 4 or 5 of us standing there, Wendy stick. Yeah, just scribble your shit, and we could have left, and you could talk all you want.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
Speaking
I ripped the poster off the wall. Some guys had like 4 or 5 records or something.
You remember that the men's cologne or high karate?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know if I do.
That's like, I think my uncle had that once. I remember when I saw
High
it. Like,
karate.
yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I
What the hell is high karate?
had Drakkar.
Yeah.
I had
Lots of people
Obsession. Obsession.
Yeah, Obsession for men is good.
I was never a cologne guy. If I have some, I still have some. It's probably fucking 20 years old,
Yeah.
and it's not
You get the-
Drakkar. I think I got like some
Old Spice.
No, I got somebody gave me a Tim McGraw cologne,
Oh, okay.
and it was it was fine, but like I said, I'm not a
kitty.
cologne person, so I still have that. It's a good whatever. Probably 30 years old. I don't know.
I wonder what happens with that stuff. Does it actually go bad or what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Imagine blasting that out and putting it on.
I don't know if the smell would be weirder. Would it like go vinegary or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What else did I think I had Polo at one point, but
Oh yeah.
Polo. Oh man, Polo.
the green bottle thing.
Or the dreaded Adidas.
No, I never had. I think it was just Polo in
Did
the car. I don't
Adidas
know.
make cologne?
Yeah. That smelled like sweat.
Smelled like sweat.
Yeah, it's terrible. That
That
stuff.
smelled like sweat. That was more like well, I always thought Old Spice was like that.
Old Spice
I
is
don't
like
Even when I never used aftershave. I just don't.
Brute. There you go. Brute 33.
Brute. Yeah, Brute.
Last song, people.
That's all, people.
Brute. There's one I haven't heard in a long time.
When I passed you in the doorway, you took me with a glance. I should have took that last bus home, but I asked you for a dance.
I gotta make an effort to track this record down.
Are you bidding $33 for a Brute there, Lamp Squad? Sorry, I'm still in auction mode. So, is that a bid?
That's a men's cologne, actually.
I'm sure there's an album or band or something called Brute somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But Polo, that brought me back to high school.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, somewhere
I still
in the
think
80s.
I still think Sam Squatch is making a bid, people. I think it,
And I'm on the streets again. I disobeyed another warning. I should have been in my tent. I I won't get out until Sunday. I'll have to say I stayed with friends. Oh, but it's a habit worth forming if it means to justify the ends.
And there goes Nick. He's always trying to undercut people. Nick would sit there. Somebody would bid $5, and Nick would go $4. I'm like going, dude, you can't go bid less than somebody else.
On this long hot summer night.
You know, this guy's a good singer, but he always sounds sad to me.
Well, he did die from drugs, so yeah, he's probably a pretty sad guy.
He kind of looks sad in a lot of his photos.
You know, his mom had an interracial relationship. He had to be raised by his grandmother. You know, he was in a very racist part of Ireland, so I mean,
Yeah, it's a black Irish.
life was not easy for that guy. Yeah.
And he hid his heroin use, apparently.
You know, so.
Did you ever read that article about that where they said that he hid it by injecting
Shoot
the
up in his
bottom of his foot?
Yeah, he shot up in his foot. Yeah.
They do
Major
that,
helping
yeah.
hand.
Either to hide it or they're, you know, they're just looking.
Or their veins are like freaking gone. You know,
they're
their
looking
arms.
for
Yeah.
new veins. They'll find it, but yeah.
Trouble on saxophone.
You know, V, I have a funny story, man. I remember one time I was out and I went past curfew, and my dad told me I was like 3 minutes late. And he goes, "It doesn't matter if you're 3 minutes late or 6 hours late. It's still the same." And I said, "All right." So next time I was going to be late, I just stayed out all night. You know, I came home and he goes, "What the fuck do you think you did?" I said, "Well, you said if I was late 3 minutes or 6 hours, it was the same." So I said, "Fuck it, man. If I'm going to get in trouble, I'm going to stay out all fucking night." Obviously, the punishment wasn't the same. Wasn't the same as it was for being 3 minutes late. I'm going to go.
How many hours after you woke up on that one? After you smacked it.
Well, I mean, this is where my despising of hypocrisy comes from. Is from my parents, man. It's like I'm like,
when did you regain consciousness after saying that comment?
Nah, my dad wouldn't do that. I totally could have kicked my dad's ass. So yeah. You know, my dad would not dare hit me. At least not past age 13, because my dad's like 5'6". Hi, Eric. Good to see you. Remember, everybody, I didn't talk to him, but I got an email from Dead Wax, in case you weren't here. Randy, Dead Wax 66 is okay. It's all good. You know, he's just kind of taken away. Taking a step back from YouTube. Got family shit going on, but Randy's okay. I did get a response from him, so it's all good.
Good.
Okay, people, that is it for Sunday. 2 hours in the can. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was a good time.
That was great, yeah.
So I think we'll do a throwdown for next week. Don't know what we're going to do. And on Tuesday, we're going to do 1974.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, this should be fun.
Expect a Yes song.
Expect some Hobbit rock at some point.
Of delirium.
I believe that War Child came out in 1974.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So there's Bungle in the Jungle right there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yes. Hobbit rock for
Now,
all.
Technically, there are songs that were recorded in '74 for physical graffiti. So
Oh, dude,
I'll find those.
There you go.
I'll find those.
We're not playing that game, man. Thanks, everyone, for being here. And you people that were at the auction, thanks for that. I'm going to start packaging stuff and sending out invoices, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see
Take
you
care.
on Tuesday. Good night,
Bye-bye.
goodbye, and see ya.
Galanita.